Hey everybody, it's Kirsten with Talk Travel Eat, and today we're going to talk about a few of the similarities about living here in Portugal that are similar to our life back in the United States. Lots of videos, online forums, magazine articles, blog posts talk about the differences between life in the United States and life in Portugal. Well, here we're going to highlight a couple of the similarities. The first similarity I'm going to talk about is grocery shopping. Now, I know there are a lot of people that move to Portugal and they can't wait to shop at the local markets to get that fresh local produce and just everything at great prices and great quality. Now, for us, coming from San Diego, we are used to having excellent quality produce, fruits, vegetables, even seafood, meat, everything really. Growing up in San Diego and living there most of our lives is of the highest quality. And like I've said in a previous video, I didn't realize that it wasn't like that everywhere in the United States until we moved away from San Diego. And so we're used to having the best of the best year-round. So coming here to Portugal, we shop at the chain grocery stores, most specifically Pingo Doce. We go to the grocery store here just like we did in the United States, and we don't frequent the local mercados very often. Now, this is just us. I am about ease and convenience here, and even though we have time to go to a lot of different shops to find our groceries, I just don't want to do that. So we hit the grocery store. In fact, I would say we go to fewer stores here than we did when we were at home in the US. When we were in the United States, a grocery run would consist of Vaughn's, Trader Joe's, Sprouts, and Target. Average 4 places to go get all the items that we needed. Here, it's pretty much Pingo Doce, one and done, Continent, one and done. So for us, grocery shopping is very similar here in Portugal as it was back in the United States. Okay, the next thing that is really similar to our lives in the United States is basically just all of our day-to-day living here in Portugal, because we live in Lisbon. Lisbon is a cosmopolitan city. It's got a lot going on. It's full of people all over the world in addition to its local Portuguese inhabitants. So living in such a vibrant city, it just feels like we could be living in any big city around the world, except we have all of the bonus perks that come with living in Portugal. The beautiful surroundings, the weather, obviously the wonderful people here in Portugal. And another thing I want to say about the feeling that Lisbon can be any major city around the world with the city vibe, but the bonus you get here is that it is in fact in Portugal, so you get that flair of the Portuguese culture, the friendliness of the people, and really the laid back attitudes that are here in Portugal. That's one reason why we love it, because you get all of the benefits of a big city, but you also get that laid back feeling that makes living here so enjoyable. Okay, I just talked about a couple of similarities to living here in Lisbon, Portugal, as living in the United States. And when I say in the United States, I am talking about our home city of San Diego. That's my comparison. Let me point out one big difference about living here in Portugal as opposed to living in the United States. This one is quite obvious, and I'm talking about, for us, it's the language barrier. We do not speak Portuguese. We have been studying Portuguese. We watch a lot of Portuguese television. We try to figure out what's happening in the shows, what they're talking about, Portuguese news, Portuguese cartoons, all of it. But obviously for us, this is a huge challenge, not knowing the local language. Living in Lisbon does soften that challenge a bit, because we find that we are able to communicate with our broken Portuguese pantomiming, and we do find that people speak some English. Okay, and one thing I want to say about our experience here in Lisbon, and how I talked about it's similar to our experience in the United States. You know, you read a lot online about people saying, oh, you can't move to Portugal and expect to recreate your life in the United States. And part of making this video is to challenge that a little bit, because I don't think that's necessarily true. And obviously you're in another country, you're a guest in this country, you embrace the culture, you respect the culture, but instead of always trying to point out the differences in the culture, I like to look for similarities, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we can always all find common ground. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the similarities of living here in Portugal as to living in the United States. I'm sure there are differences, and we can focus on those all day long, but at the same time, there's similarities too. So, as always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this video. I always enjoy reading your comments. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.